Okay, in this video I'm going to show you guys how to create a mouse trap that's spring-loaded with just a few items in your house that pretty much everybody has in their home. We're going to start with the 1.5 liter water bottle. That's what we're going to be using as the trap. We got just a regular pair of pliers. It's got a little snip set on the side. We're going to be using a knife, a straw, a pair of scissors, a hanger, some regular packing tape, just the clear kind. I suppose you could use anything though. And a can. This one I've already kind of used, but we're going to reuse this again. Pretty much see what's going on. So the way this mouse trap works is where the cap's at, that's where you would load the food. So you load it, put the cap on. You can see this little piece of hanger down here on the bottom. That's a stabilizer, so that when the mouse goes in, it doesn't flip around, so it just kind of stays put. And we've got the hinge that's spring loaded. By the way, we folded the plastic on the inside, and I'll show you guys how to do all that. And it's pretty basic, it's pretty simple. I've tried a bunch of different mouse traps online that are homemade, and none of them really worked. We didn't catch any mice. But while I was laying in bed one night, I came up with this, and I put it together at like 4 o'clock in the morning. And by 6 o'clock in the morning, we had a nice rat stuck inside here, couldn't get out. So what we're going to first do is we're going to start with our water bottle. What we're going to do is we're going to take the knife and we're going to cut the end piece of the water bottle off. Poke the hole. We're trying to keep it pretty straight, but it doesn't have to be perfect. We can use the scissors to trim it up. So basically what we've done is just cut the bottom of the water bottle out. We're going to trim this back piece off just a little bit. Just cutting the excess around the edge. You want to make sure that it keeps the plastic stays round though. You don't want to cut too far into it. Otherwise, the plastic won't be wide enough to fill the hole when the hatch closes. It's just about like this. Pretty simple, pretty easy. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and start on the hatch. So what I do is I take the straw and I kind of measure from the one side to the other, but then come in about ½ inch. Actually, you could probably do a little bit further because we're actually going to be doing it up at the top here. So just measure maybe a ½ inch down and then just kind of pinch it up. So what we got, this is going to fit up on the top here. So that's perfect. Now what we're going to do is take our tape. We're going to take our tape. We're going to get a piece off. About 1 inch long. And the way we want this to fall on the inside is we want the bevel part to be on the inside. So the outside. So this is basically going to back and forth right here. So we're going to take our tape and our straw. I'm just going to hold the straw in place. Something like that. And get it kind of even. So this is what we've done. Okay, so we've got the hatch done for the most part. What we're going to do is we're going to create the holes so that the hatch can fit in here and hang off the hanger. So we're going to go back about probably an inch. And we're going to make our first little hole. You can use the knife, scissors, just make sure you don't poke yourself. And I'm just wiggling it through so that I can make it thick enough for the hanger to fit through. Then what we're going to try to remember that we're going to have this up towards the top. So what I do is I put this in, and I just kind of eyeball where the other part's going to go. So it's going to be right about here. Let me make another hole. Okay, then what we're going to do is we're going to cut our hanger. So I don't have to unbend it. We're just going to start with the straight part. I'm going to kind of get an idea of how long we want it. So what I'm doing is I'm just kind of measuring it, maybe about an inch out on both sides past the holes. So there's the hole, inch out. There's the hole, inch out. I'm going to cut that. Just give it a little shot, see what we got. Wrong side. Okay, so we've got the hinge. You can see on the inside it's catching. So we're going to have to cut it back a little bit so that it falls freely. Pull that out. Just going to take our scissors and just trim a little bit. You don't have to do it so much up on the front, just the sides. Let's try that one. Okay, so what we have is, we've got the hinge, tape, hanger, we've got our holes made. So then what we're going to do is we're going to slide it in partially, get the hanger to go through the first hole, and we're going to bring it in and up and push it in through the second hole. And there we go. So there's our hatch. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is, we all know that mice like to chew on stuff, and so they'll just eat this plastic up. So what I do is I take a piece of the can off and I set it around the rim right here so that we've got some kind of metal reinforcement, which is going to take them a lot longer to chew through. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut off a section of this can, probably about ½ inch. We're going to cut it all the way around. Watch out, because this can is going to be super sharp after you cut it. I don't want any posts saying how you cut your finger off. Okay. So once we've got it cut off, what we're going to do is we need to make little slits into the side of the tin on both sides so that we can actually fold it over and then bend it in. Every little ½ inch, it's going to take a little slip. Just snip it, just barely. Maybe a ½ inch. And then on the other side, you're going to stagger them so that you don't cut all the way across and all the way through it. Now what we're going to do is get a piece of tape ready. I'm going to cut this in half because we're going to need 2 of them.